In this video, I'm going to show you how you can control your data output with this formula right here in Google Sheets. So if you wanted to limit the results of your formulas, this function will definitely help you do that. So I have this example right here. We have some students and their scores from quiz 1 to 4. Now what I want to do here is actually sort and filter some of this data to learn which of these students are the top scores or the bottom scores. Now I can definitely do that with the help of this function called array constraint. We're going to try and sort this data first. I'm going to start my formula on this cell right here, and I'm going to start my formula with an equal sign. Then type in sort, or select it right here, then select your range. So my range would be, for this example, the student names and their scores right here. So I'm just going to select that entire range, not including the student ID and the headers right there, comma, then select your sort column. Depending on what you want to sort, in this case, I want to sort the students based on their scores for quiz number 1. So that's going to be from my range, the second column. So I'm going to put in 2, comma. Then if I wanted to sort this in ascending order, I can simply put in true right here. But since I don't want it in ascending order, I want it in descending order, I'm just going to put in false. Press enter, and here we have it. So again, based on this column right here, the scores for their quiz 1, these students are arranged in descending order. So the top scores are here at the top, going down. There we have it. So basically, it's the same data, but only sorted. So to help me figure out which of those top students are, what I'm going to do is to limit or control the data output with the help of this function, again, called array constraint. So where am I going to put this formula? I'm just going to double click on this cell right here where my original formula is. Go to the front and type in array underscore constraint. And here we have it. So we have that open parentheses to start our array constraint formula. Our input range would be our sort formula. Go to the end, put in a comma, and now we move on to the next part of our array constraint formula, which is our number of rows and number of columns. So this is where you're going to input how many rows you just want to see and how many columns you want for your results. So I'm going to put in the number of rows as 10, because I only want to see the top 10 students or the top 10 scores, again, based on quiz number 1. Then the number of columns would be, let's say, also just 2. So I just want the name of that student and their score for quiz 1. So put in 2 right here, close that off, press enter, and here we have our controlled data output. So we were able to figure out the top scores based on their scores for quiz 1 right here. Now, what if we want to change that? Let's say we want the top scores based on their scores from quiz number 4. So we can simply copy the same formula right here. So you can copy the formula from your formula bar or from that cell where you've placed that formula. Copy, then paste it right here. Now we're just going to double click on that to change it. So we're going to change our sort column right here based on our sort formula to column 5. So that's going to be from this column right here, which is our quiz number 4. Remove that, replace it with a 5, and this time for our result as well. For the number of columns at the end of our array constraint formula, we're going to include everything. So that's going to be from the student name to the quiz number 4 score. If we press enter, here we have it. So we have a different result right here. Based on quiz number 1, Olivia Brown will be at the top, although they do have the same scores from row 1 to row 4 right here, from top 1 to top 4. But based on the scores on quiz number 4, Emma Johnson is at the top, Olivia is at the second, Charlotte, and then Elizabeth. And there you have it. So depending on the sort column that you chose, you will have different results. And depending on the number of rows and columns that you would give the array constraint formula, you would also have different results. What if we wanted to only have 5 rows for this result right here? So I'm going to change this one which is the row number or the number of rows to 5. Press enter. And now we have only the top 5 scores based on the scores for their 4th quiz. Now, can we use the array constraint on a different sheet? You can definitely do that if I add another sheet right here. Then start the same thing. Now this time, what I want to do is to filter my data first. So I'm going to start with an equal sign. Type in filter. There you have it. I'm going to go back to sheet number 1 to select the same range. There you go, comma. We still have a preview of our formula right here, even though we are on sheet number 1. So our condition would be, I want to find out the students who have scored less than 15. So I'm going to do the condition of, let's say this is going to be based on quiz number 3. So this range, if this range is less than or equal to 14, press enter. Here we have our results. So we have about 6 students who have scored less than 14 or equal to 14 based on their scores on quiz number 3. Now, since I want to see the bottom scores, again, based on quiz number 3, I do need to sort this data first before I can limit the output. So what I'm going to do is to put in the sort function as well. There you go. Go to the end, comma. And again, we are going to be sorting this based on the 4th column right here, comma. And this time, we're going to put in true because we do want it in ascending order. Press enter. Here we have it. So again, we have rearranged our data, sorting everything, making sure that the bottom scores based on their quiz number 3 right here will be at the top. So finally, if we only want to see the 3 bottom scores right here, we are going to be adding the array constraint at the beginning of our formula. Go to the end, add the number of rows that you just want to see, which is 3. Then the number of columns, well, I want to see everything, so I'm going to put in 5. Close that off, press enter, and here we have it. We were able to again control the data output of this formula using the array constraint function. So I was able to do that on another sheet and on the same sheet. And did you know that you can also do this with another file? So I do have a separate video about this where I imported some data, then control the output using array constraint. If you want to learn how to do that, I will be leaving a card to that video at the top right corner for you to check out. If you still need help with Sheets, I've got a free guide linked in the description below that you should also check out. Thank you for watching this tutorial. Make sure to subscribe for more helpful videos, and I will see you in the next one.